Hey folks, this is Vagrant. Welcome back to Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. And I just had a bit of a revelation, so I just logged on and the game it's been running fine, but the FPS has been worse than it was at the start. And I just swapped from the native TAA up to the NVIDIA DLSS. And I've got to say, it's made a world of difference. It's made a really, really good difference to the FPS. The game is running much smoother now, and hopefully that'll put an end to my weird problem where I have to restart the game every 5 bloody minutes. So, last video we explored this very cool dig site. And we went to the Sphinx. Did we go to the Sphinx? We went to the Sphinx. And now we're going to go to a Nazi camp. So it's all looking great. And we're trying to find these steles. So that's the camp we just did. I'm going to explore this a little bit here. We're going to go to the stele over there, near one of the Great Pyramids. And then we'll head north and grab the others as well. So this actually isn't a Nazi encampment. And I'm wearing a lovely turban. I've become once again Egypt man. So Omar is just prattling on to himself about God knows what. He's kind of lost his mind. He's literally just talking to himself about, I don't know. As wanton flies, we are to boys. Oh, I can't remember what he says. Eric Cantona famously was giving a speech. Eric Cantona being the footballer, the ex-Man United footballer, and he said some nonsense about wanton flies and the boys and all this kind of nonsense. It was mad. Heavyweight enemies can be whip-pulled into a grab. That's an interesting one.
Sounds interesting.
It does sound interesting. That I don't think I can. Yeah, I'm mega poor. Just gonna steal your cookie. If you don't even want a cookie. I know what you like. You need to get those carbs. You need to get those carbs gone. Hello, bit of cashola. Oh right, yeah, you're a Nazi. I'm sorry, but I mean, he didn't care when I stole his cookie. 9. The problem is, I'm used to the Nazis like seeing me and instantly freaking out, but I forgot I'm in costume, so in some areas they just won't care really, especially like the lower tier ones. So I assumed he wasn't. I assumed he was just a worker. And then I saw the word steal, but I was already kind of committed to clicking. My thumb was moving towards the X, and I was never gonna pull away in time. I was gonna say pull out in time, but let's go in a different direction for that one. What's this weird little circle right in front of me? Oh, it's the it'll be the travel thing, won't it? Alrighty, so we're just gonna continue exploring Egypt. We are gonna nip back, of course, to the Vatican. There's lots of there's missions through in the Vatican and secrets to uncover and stuff like that. I don't know when that'll be. Maybe we'll go back for a few hours in a few hours. I'd like to go back to the... Although we need a breathing apparatus, don't we, to finish off the Vatican. So maybe we wait until we get that. Einstürziger. Where we go? Well, there's one over here, so let's get that first. And then... I've got hiccups. We can head in that very exciting direction. There's one down here, apparently. It's a tomb. Is this a scorpion? I'm going to take this. Just in case there's a scorpion that needs its head. Oh. Ooh. I don't think you're Indiana Jones until you've got a flame-lit torch hanging above. Ah, scorpions. Back! Back, you fiends! Back to the... Oh, I'm tiring myself out. Oh no, they all came back! They all came back with abandon. They're very aggressive. They're kind of terrifying. I don't really want to go in here. What if they're behind me? Oh, I don't like that at all. I don't mind scorpions, but in this context, I don't know how I feel about it. A heroic warrior defeating his foe in armed combat. Cool. No bashable wall. Doesn't look like it. Alright, back we go. I'm sorry, Indy. At least that's not snakes, eh, buddy? At least they're not snakes. They're so aggro. I walk in and they're like pursuing me. Creepy some bitches. Okay, okay, that's another one down. So there's a whole area up here. Let's go check this bit out up here to the north. Hello, Nazis. I'm Egypt man. Shalom. I know it's not. I know. Now, unfortunately, I'm not home alone and it's like 2 in the morning, so I can't ask Alexa. I have to be quiet now because I said her name. She's listening now. I forgot. I can't have a talk because she'll be so loud. What Arabic for hello is because I've kind of forgotten. Mortuary temple ruins. Okay. And then we've got this industrialized bit over there. Oh, is it this lovely man? It's Khafre's pyramid. That's a terrible photo.
What they were doing.
He fell for it. He thinks I'm Egypt man. I am Egypt man. You've got to become. Oh, that's another medicine bottle. Very nice. Bandaggio, as they say in the clubs. I'll pop up there as well. There's often things hiding away in these little towers. What was I going to say? I was going to say cool boy things. I always check the back of the vehicle. And there's... I feel like there should have been something more in these ruins before we... Where are we? Mortuary temple ruins. Let's just have another little poke. There's no way it's just a dude. It's a dude and a bottle of medicine, and that's all you're going to get. I suspect there's a way inside. Or... Let's just have a little look around. Hello. I'm Egypt man. Shalom. Shalom, motherfucker. What's that from? Is that a thing? Did I make that up? I might have made that up. Well, unless it's in that bit. I'm not seeing... I mean, it might not be. It might just be some cool ruins. It doesn't necessarily have to lead to anything greater than that. It's just... I wanted to double check. And now that I can climb up here, I'm much more curious. I want to try to get into that bit over there, because that's the only bit I've not been able to get access to. Reckon we can jump that? There's nothing there, though. Alright. That's cool. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Let's go check out the tower. Maybe push the Nazi to his death. Fun for the whole family. Let's find out. I need some more bloody adventure. Oh, wait. Wait, there's no ladder. Oh, wait. Okay. I see how I get up there. What I don't see is how he got up there. Because I'm assuming the Nazi did not climb up his whip. I mean, maybe he did. What do I know?
Hell of a drop.
Bit of cashola. Oh, there's some fruit there. Not mind if I do. What do you mean? Oh, I had... No. Thank you.
Great view. Spoiled by Nazis.
Oh, that's what I was going to talk about. So... how do I get down? There's a thing here. Do I want to head right into the middle of this gigantic dig site? Was this dig site here? The Khafre excavation. And then we want to head to the right. Over there. I kind of want to go up there, if I'm honest. The tunnel... It's like a... escalator. Moving track thing. Treadmill. You know what I mean. This feels like a bad idea. I'm literally just jumping into a Nazi encampment like a madman. There is a film. Wait, this isn't an abandoned... This isn't a forbidden area, though, so I should actually be able to... Das ist nah genug. Das ist. Hello.
Personalien überprüfen.
Oh wait, I forgot.
Hey, du bist kein Ägypter.
time to shine.
The captains can see through your disguise. Just gonna grab you, buddy, if you don't mind. Let's pop you over here. Nothing to see here. You'll be fine. Okay, let's have a little poke around. Yeah, there's a film in the 90s called The Ghost and the Darkness. And it's about this pair of man-eating tigers. Lions. I've forgotten. Lions, surely. A pair of man-eating lions in Africa. And it's based on a true story. There was an excavation that the British set up in Africa, as they all want to do. And the men were just getting torn apart by these lions over and over again. Which I think is awesome. Like, I'm sure it wasn't awesome for them. But for some reason, it's the kind of story that I find really interesting. The idea that, because we control our environment so much, and less, like more so and more so with time, less so, you know, in the turn of the 19th century, which is probably when it was, roughly. A1. But we control our environment so much as humans. You know, I live in a house. I'm not going to get eaten by anything. I live in Britain. I'm not going to get eaten by anything. Oh, God, that was close. And obviously that's me, but the point is, I guess, I live in an environment where I am usually controlled. It's why I enjoyed backpacking and stuff so much. It was just much closer to nature and freedom and danger, which is exciting. Hello. So stories where we stop being the top, you know, stories where we are hunted and we are, I don't know, where we're second class almost, where we are no longer the apex, I just find really interesting. And I like animals eating people. I feel bad for the people, but they're just stories that interest me. Oh, I really want that. Increased damage in armed and hand-to-hand combat. Ugh.
Might be something I could pick up from this.
Can I get that around the corner without him seeing me? Yeah. Map of the excavation site. Ooh. I think we'll be heading over there. I just want to make sure I've got everything in this room, but he keeps looking at me. Stop it. Leave me alone. Hello. Maybe I should be German man instead. No, because then be like, well, I don't know that German man. You know what I mean? Ow! Oh, I mean. What is a boy to do? That dude didn't give a damn. Right, this is a lot of dudes. This wasn't really my plan, I'm not gonna lie. Developed a combat system though. It's pretty. Oh, hello. Thank you. What did you just chuck at me?
Nein, hat einen.
Take it easy.
Das tut jetzt weh. Ja, du schaffst es.
Ow. Ow. No, leave me alone. The dude was a beast. Come here.
Aren't there more of you?
Bloody Nora. I just took out like 20 Nazis. I can't see an explosive barrel and resist, you know? It just isn't in my wheelhouse. It isn't in my heart. And then there was a second explosive barrel. What am I meant to do? How am I meant to not blow them up? It's good to know. It's good to know it's a thing. I was hoping it would be like the propaganda posters. And that we would get a reward for blowing them up, because we're kind of like, I don't know, screwing with their infrastructure or something like that. But it is clearly interesting. Oh. It's clearly something you're meant to use tactically, rather than just because it exists, you know? Like, oh, well, there's an explosive barrel. Guess I'll blow it up. Hello.
Down you go, pal.
What is taking a photo off?
Boss is leaving no stone unturned.
It is interesting that they're called Nazis now, fascists and thingy. But in Italy, they weren't... Obviously, they weren't Nazis. They were working with the Nazi party, but they were just... I say just fascists, but they were Mussolini's fascists rather than the actual Nazi party. So that makes sense. Oh, no, he's hungry. Nazis don't get hungry. They're not humans. Hello, fellow workers, fellow Egypt people. I'm also Egypt. Interesting. Okay, there's a big tent I wanted to explore. Anyways, yeah, Ghost in the Darkness. And I think it's in Egypt. It might be in Egypt, honestly. Is there a weapon anywhere? Aw, yeah. Ready to roll, baby. Oh, he's standing up. Not my mate. I like that, because... oh, wait, no.
That hurt.
Yeah, that did hurt.
Das war gut, und?
Damn, I burned through my healing. The game fairly often will, like, I clearly had the bandages out, right? If you look on the left there. But the game's like, no. You heard nothing. Okay. What do we have down here? Let's have a little poke around, eh? Anyway, Ghost in the Darkness, yeah, so it's just a really good film. Well, it's not like an incredible film, but considering it's an animals eating people film, it's got really good cast, and it's... Is it Val Kilmer? And someone else. Val Kilmer and Pullman, I think. It's surprisingly good for the genre, let's put it that way. Anyways, the sort of the excavations and the kind of wide open plains of Africa mixed with the kind of heavy industrialization brought about by the British, or in this case the Nazis, just kind of reminded me of it, because it very much looks similar. Ooh, what is that? Is that one of the steles? Might be. Where the hell am I going? Ah. I don't love this. Do I have to whip? It's funny, if you do it too well, it actually makes your life harder, because you end up whipping past the thing. You know what I mean? Like the second one, I got too far away, basically. This is the only part of the game. Well, it's not the only part of the game, but this is one part of the game I think is actually more difficult than it should be. Consecutive whip jumps are a strangely difficult thing to pull off. Anyway, it's a good film. That's all I want to say. And that the industrialization we're seeing now, the trains and stuff like that, really reminded me of him. And the countless other films, I'm sure, but those are the ones that came to mind. It's so hard, man. Maybe I need to... Maybe I'm too low. I'm gonna... Okay. It slightly annoys me that it's making me do this bit again each time, you know? I think they just don't expect people to die here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go up, I'm going to whip over, but I'm going to stay still. We're going to hold left trigger, and we're going to climb up the whip a little bit. I think being higher up will make life a little bit easier. I can never do this. You know when people hold their lighter open like that? I can't do it at all. It just burns my hand. I don't know how people do it. Practice, I guess. I never smoked, so I didn't get good at lighters when everyone else around me did, I suppose. Right, that's what I was thinking. So I do that. We work again. Finally. Oh, I don't know about this though. Oh, for God's sake. I'm so sorry. Okay, but I know what to do now. It just feels like it should be dead easy. It's just not. I need to climb up so I can get onto the second one, and then I need to climb back down, which is what I was thinking. I just thought, well, they're not going to make me do that, so I thought I won't do it. We climb back down to get the longer range for the second whipping. Who wants a second whipping when everyone else has had their greedy little mitts on it? That's got to be a pot in your mouth, I think, not? This is quite an obscure and not very good reference, so I don't know if anyone's getting this, but whatever. It's fine, Indy. Okay. Okay, and then back down. Might be a bit far. See what that looks like. What height and distance we can get. That's looking pretty good to me. Still a lot closer than I expected. Oh my god. Interesting. I wonder if I meant to try to whip. No, that doesn't make any sense. Light. Wait. Oh, okay. Am I exploring the exclamation mark, by the way? I don't know. Okay. How do I get across? Am I meant to whip? Can I do that? Is that a thing? Not really. I can try. Okay. I've never had to do that before. There we go. The sun god Ra, one of the oldest deities of the Egyptian pantheon. The pharaohs were earthly embodiments of
There's
Ra.
the fourth stele.
Stele. Oi, oi, oi. I have to do this again, though. I don't like this at all. Oh, wait, no, I don't. I can drop in, turn, lower myself a little bit. That should be good. Do you think that's good? I think the game was a little generous with me there, if I'm honest. I'm not quite sure I made that in reality. I need to get watching a film. It's the third day of the year and I haven't seen a film. Is it the third or the fourth? Maybe the fourth, honestly. It's the third. Third day of the year, I haven't seen a film yet. But my film challenge from last year is officially over. I watched 365 films on the dot. I didn't watch a single one more last year. This is where I was a second ago. Yeah, so I guess that bit is meant to be, hey, the stele's over here. You should come this way. So with that done, I think we can leave the excavation. Poke around as we go. Oh no, I want to explore the big tent still. Muhammad Saeed. There's got to be something in here, right? Okay, sorry. You saw nothing.
Gotcha.
Didn't see the other guy.
Bist erbärmlich.
Back off.
Kick him, Indy. Kick him. Kick him while he's down.
Seltsam.
Another time, chum.
Okay. Let's get some moolah. Is that 100 again? Oh, baby. Well, rich as anything. Radio frequency. Radio frequency giving access to the Wehrmacht radio transmissions.
frequency.
Nice.
Might be something for Gina.
Another medicine bottle. Bandaggio. Oh my god, this is amazing. I'm so glad I came in here. I was complaining last video I've got no money, and suddenly absolutely loaded. And I've got some bread. Oh yeah, we haven't seen a film yet. I'm not doing the same challenge again, obviously. That would be lunacy. I only had to do it once. I was glad I did it. I watched a lot of really cool films. Films I probably wouldn't have seen otherwise, you know. Explored world cinema, as they say. And having been trying that same challenge for about 5 or 6 years now, it was just nice to finally bloody do it, you know? God, those days look so good. I love days. And these are gigantic days. Right, well, we got a lot of stuff in here. Oh, hello, cheeky little bandage. Don't know if I've explored all this little tent as well. No, I certainly hadn't.
Let's see here.
Proposed plans for locating the long hall filled with water mentioned in the journal could perhaps be some sort of shrine to the gods, making it a likely candidate for the location of the Idol of Ra. Whatever
They
this
think
is.
the Idol of Ra is down there?
Yesterday we recovered a most intriguing find. After navigating a winding narrow tunnel found by Jean-Pierre, we stepped through a small opening and discovering a long hall, the bottom of which was filled with a pool of clear water. On the other side of the hall, short steps emerged into a chamber with walls adorned with 4 alcoves. As I stepped into the shallow water, I speculated out loud to my colleagues whether this had been constructed during the reign of Pharaoh Khufu. The most intriguing feature of the back chamber was the presence of tall plaques within the alcoves, inscribed with a script that looked entirely different from other hieroglyphics we'd previously encountered. The air was imbued with an aura of sanctity. Perhaps it was a divine language invented by the religious scholars as a symbolic communication with the gods of the ancient Egypt. As my companions began excavating what looked like a stone tablet from the rubble, and I had begun making a rubbing of the symbols, the ground suddenly began to tremble. We hastily abandoned everything at hand and fled the chamber, narrowly escaping as the entrance closed behind us. Perhaps it was an act of the divine.
Probably written by one of the scholars from Institut de Gizeh.
Simon. Okay, do we reckon there's anything else around here? Or am I good to go? Do we have one more stele to get still? I swear the quest says there's 4, but I swear I had 5 markers on my map, so I'm not really sure what's going on there. Can I walk up this? I just want to try to walk up this thing.
Keine Zeit für dich, Arbeiter.
It's a transport thing, right? So you can move rock or coal or whatever about. Stop it, game. Stop it. I don't think I've been in here either. Oh, yeah, this is the guy who keeps looking at me. Oh, yeah. I mean, look. In what world was I not going to climb this thing? But yeah, so my film challenge this year is for every week, just one a week. I mean, I'll watch more than that, rather inevitably. Oh, I'm moving. I didn't realise. Oh, nice.
Looting on an industrial scale.
To watch a film from a different country. This feels very dangerous. So across the year, I'll watch 52 different films from 52 different countries. And as I say, inevitably more than that, but that's the default goal. And the rest of the films will just be films that I want to watch. I mean, these will be films I want to watch as well, don't get me wrong. But the idea is, can I not change the map? I'd like to go back to the default map. But yeah, the idea is just to experience more world cinema, I suppose. I mean, it sounds a little pretentious when I say it like that, but that is the case. The final film I watched for last year, I was really struggling what to watch. Like, what do I make? I've been trying this challenge for such a long time. And I'm finally going to make it, right? What do I watch for my 365th film? I need the Wehrmacht. Oh, but I want it. But I need it.
Ah, Echlin.
How do I get the Wehrmacht key? Is there like a command tent I can loot, maybe?
Better stay away from here.
Pshaw. Pshaw. Anyways, I was like, how do I commemorate finally bloody making this after 25 million times of trying? Do I watch like an old favourite film of mine? Do I watch a film that's kind of somehow related to 365?
This guy.
You know, like is it like an end of year film, or there's actually a I think it's Polish, a Polish erotic film called 365, which is seemingly absolutely terrible. Boys. So that was a consideration, just because it felt appropriate, I suppose. But I don't know. I ummed and ahed for a long time about what I was going to watch to commemorate finally bloody making it. And then I found a film called... I'm not even going to remember what this is called, honestly. Something Wicca. Something Wicca. Wicca as in W-I-C-C-A, as in Wiccans, witches and such things. Hello.
Nice to meet you.
And basically it's a short film about a woman who gets accused of being a witch. Because it's kind of about corrupt government officials, actually, in that basically this farmer refused to give up his land to the church, who are, of course,
Great
like
dreams.
in charge of the country, essentially. Wait, what? Sit down. And so, in order to basically forcefully claim the land, Basilica Metropolitan Cathedral of Lima and Primate of Peru.
What the Nazis are doing in Peru.
In order to sort of claim the land, they accused the woman of being a witch. And she was put to death, and she had a baby. And so she was being burned at the pyre. Hello, Dynamite. Hi. She was being burned at the pyre, and they threw her kid on at the end. I'm not explaining this very well, because I'm getting distracted by the video game. Oh, more.
Army intelligence.
Mystery note. Maya, one of your soldiers, Heinrich Pfluger, was caught red-handed carrying stolen equipment along the road to Kent Chorus, probably on his way to sell it. We've had a lot of problems lately with disappearing equipment from the dig sites. Got a report just yesterday about a missing stick of dynamite. I believe someone has been stealing the equipment to sell to the black market. Perhaps we finally caught the perpetrator. We put him in arrest, waiting to be interrogated by Gantz. Meanwhile, you should search his bunk bed. Interesting. New mystery. Bright future. Anyway, so the key facet I was trying to hide from this is that the film is set in the Isle of Man, which of course is where I was born. And it's the only film, and it's only a short film, but it's the only film, this is disgusting, filmed entirely in the Manx language. Now, the Manx language, for a long time, was all but dead. Like, nobody spoke it fluently at all. There was one man who died, I think, in the 70s or 80s or something. Oh, I can. I thought I was trying to bandage him. That was weird. Who spoke it? But he passed away. But there's been efforts over the last sort of few decades to kind of bring the language back to life, because, it's our language, it's part of our cultural heritage. And it's been supplanted very much by English. And, most people speak English, but, there are now schools that are teaching Manx, and you can do Manx English. There's like a school that's half Manx, half English, so you kind of learn in both languages. So, things are moving in the right direction in that regard. Bear with me. There you are. Yeah, it's a doggo. Anyway, so it's the only Manx language film in the world, as far as I can tell. And so this woman who's burned at the stake, she was the only woman who was ever burned, the only woman in the Isle of Man who was ever killed for being a witch, which in a way makes a lot of sense because the Isle of Man is very witchy, essentially. I don't know how else to say it. You know, the Isle of Man loves its witches and Wicca and all that kind of stuff, so it makes sense that they were, generally speaking, more accepting of that. And she was only killed because, as I say, bear with me, the church wanted to take her family's land. That dude absolutely wants me.
Willst du zu deiner Mama?
I do want to run home to mummy.
Zeig ihm, was du drauf hast.
Oh, shut up. Where are you? Come here.
Keep your distance, pal.
Oh! Don't know why he sounded like that. Jesus Christ. I started off trying to be sneaky, but I've realized the folly of my ways.
Was zur... Da stimmt was nicht.
Now I'll wake him up. Let's dance, boys. Then I can explore with impunity again, which makes me happier.
You're all bark and vital.
Auf wen zielst du? Betreten verboten.
Whoa.
Back away.
Genug jetzt.
Okay. I need to, I'm down to like clear the area, but I think I need to do it a little sneakier than I am doing. Good to know that whips, I think it has mentioned before that whips take out dogs, so they don't take them out, but they scare them. And it does say also, as you saw there, gunfire also scares them, which also makes sense. Something we picked up on last video. Okay, I just want to, you never know when the game is saved. So you kind of need to just nip around. Make sure everything's been picked up already. Okay.
That'll do it.
Okie dokie. Let's rock out. Anyways, yeah, so it's the only woman who was ever killed for being a witch in the Isle of Man. And the funny thing is, though, in a way, so basically the crowd were horrified by what they saw. And they were like, right, we're not going to stand for this again and, like, you know, screw the church. But I think the only reason they were, and the only reason it went down the way it did, it's a goddamn tank, is really because they killed the baby as well. At least from how the film plays out. I think if they hadn't killed the baby, then people weren't. Well, they were though. I was gonna say people weren't excited in the first place, but they were. People were like, "Yeah, burn the witch, kill the witch, woo!" You know. And then I think by the church going too far and being overzealous, and literally burning a newborn baby alive, which is, I'm gonna suggest, a little bit fucked up. You know, just a little bit. But by burning this newborn alive, the crowd suddenly, they turned on it and they were like, oh, wait, maybe the church is not to be trusted, actually.
Hallo?
Hello? But it's interesting to think that if they hadn't killed the kid, then maybe a lot more women would have suffered at the hands of the church. and their desire to murder witches. See, didn't I already pick this one up? I feel like I've been in here. Oh, hey. Oh.
Hey, wer ist da?
Now, he should go that way, in theory, right? You've been juked, my friend. You've been juked.
Too easy.
Making a dent, baby. Making a dent. £75. Very nice. Oh. I did say I've got to keep an eye out for these. I am low. This camp has been incredible. This video has been so... Oh my god. Absolutely racking up the cash. My god. Oh yeah, so yeah. I did not like that you threatened me if I didn't give you a large part of the share. Without me, this whole deal is worth nothing. But since I'm a nice guy, I'm willing to compromise. That's what business partners do, right? I've left a larger part of the share inside a crate at the midpoint between the cat and the queen, right by the wagon, combination 0926. Leave the latest batch of equipment in the crate. I'll take care of it. Stop worrying so much. A bright future awaits us. Cat and the queen. Nazi no. Even just calling it Nazi no, I think is very entertaining. I don't think they're all dead, but I've made a dent. Let's put it that way. Someone's looking at me. Oh, that makes sense. No, mum's there. Shut up, nerd. It's a big tent, folks. It's a big old tent right there.
So Hunger.
It's a garage.
Sweet dreams.
No one else in here? I thought this place was going to be packed. Let's have a little look.
Let me see here.
Colonel Gantz, the stele found yesterday has been placed in the locker at the back of the truck in the vehicle depot. If you wish to show it to Voss, the code is 0805. Okay. There's another one over here as well. This is crazy. This is insane amounts of money. 0805, 0805, 0805.
Nice and easy.
Hello. It's actually not a forbidden area, this, so I can explore. I don't actually have to be murdering everyone. Is it this one? Zero, 8, 0.
Bingo.
Depiction of a bountiful harvest and the people reaping the
That's why
rewards.
stealing now.
Where's my money? Okay, well, we've got 5 of them. So what we might do, if I think we've explored this area fully, is... Oh, Nazi propaganda. Yeah. Is head east back to the village. We can buy some stuff. We can buy some books from the village lass, Amar, or whatever her name was. And then we can turn in all of these steles at one time, which is always fun. I'm always like that. On like World of Warcraft and stuff, I would gather as many quests as humanly possible to turn in one beautiful, beautiful time. Have I been in here? I don't think so. Technically, this isn't a forbidden area. Hello. Nazi recreational area. Alright. But anyways, yeah, so it's a Manx film, and it's really weird to watch, because the Isle of Man doesn't get cred anyway. Like, most of the times when I tell people I'm from the Isle of Man, they're like, where? Which is fair enough. We're a tiny little island, you know, between England and Ireland. Most people have never been there. Most people haven't heard of it, unless you're like into people who are into motorbikes sometimes have heard of it, because the TT is there, which is like one of the biggest bike races in the world. But other than that, we're known for having cats with no tails and rich people put their tax shelters there, and that's about it. There isn't that much else that people would know us for. So it was just really cool to see.
Du da, bring mir die Flasche. Musst du immer alle rumscheuchen, Meier?
It was just really cool to see representation.
What do we have
Oh.
here?
Oh, I need this. Excavated door under the Sphinx.
Tu, was Offizier Meier sagt, Mann. Ich kann kaum erwarten, dass Feierabend ist.
Jack.
Hörst du etwas schlecht?
Jack, the manservant or knave?
Das ist nicht deine...
Oh, right, yeah, that's stealing.
Du bist ein Amerikaner.
See you later, boys. I'm down to fight, but that might be pushing my luck a little bit, you know? That might be a step too far.
Das ist doch wenigstens. Pass auf!
I need to explore, it's the problem.
Mit den großen Jungs. Jawohl, weiter so!
I can do both. I can do both.
Weich doch aus! Da bist du ja. Los! Ich kann dich im Schlaf besiegen.
Sorry, doggo. Alright, I'm outie. Anyways, yeah, so it was really cool, and God, I've spent so long telling what is like a 2-second story. Let's get distracted. I have to repeat what I've said to catch myself up. But the place where they're burning the witch is this castle. I can't remember the name of the castle. It's really bugging me. But it's this castle that I went to so many times growing up. Like, we used to go and tour, me and my nan and my sister used to go tour this castle. And I recognized it from, like, a tiny bit of wall and a bit of floor where they were burning this witch. This castle that I used to visit a lot. And I don't know, it just made me... I just wanted to celebrate something that is not celebrated very often and that I don't really get to celebrate. I was thinking about this the other day, that I don't really... Actually, I'll tell a connected story to this. So... My dad's from Northern Ireland. My grand's from Northern Ireland. A lot of my family is Northern Irish, from Belfast in particular. Football, and you know, I feel a connection with Northern Ireland. I spent a lot of time in Belfast growing up, but I was raised in England. But I was born in the Isle of Man, so I'm kind of like a little connected to all of them. And a few years ago, probably about 10 years ago now, actually, Jesus. Me and my dad and my uncle and my cousin and then a bunch of their guys, it was like 10 lads basically from Northern Ireland. We followed the Northern Ireland football team around Europe for Euros,
Almost as big with you
for the
as
Euros
Zelda.
basically. Can I burn this? Is this...
تعال هنا يا فندم من فضلك.
No. Oh, hey.
أنا لاحظت معسكر تخييم مهجور غرب المدينة عند الخرابة القديمة. ما كانش عندي الجرأة إن أقرب أكتر بسبب الكلاب الشرسة اللي في المكان. ممكن تبص بصة؟
Interesting.
أهلا.
So we went around touring with the football team, watching a few
I
matches,
keep my distance.
drinking everything on the planet. Hello, buddy. And
ما فيش زي أسعارنا في الجيزة.
I think it was when we were leaving, like in the airport to leave, one of the guys who was a bit of a prick, if I'm honest. He was the quasi leader of their little group of guys, and he felt a bit aggressive from the start. And he kind of sat and he just asked me, "Why do you follow Northern Ireland? Aren't you English?" I was like, first of all, I'm not English. I'm Manx, but I associate strongly with Northern Ireland because of my dad and a lot of my family anyway, right? And he was just being a dick. Like, I think everyone was aware he was being a dick as a group. And it might not sound like a aggressive question, but so much of Northern Ireland is tied up in identity as well, about Protestant and Catholic and stuff like that, that anything in terms of why are you Northern Irish, how do you follow Northern Ireland, etc., etc. What the heck? Hello? Do I take this back to the last? What the hell is this? Hello?
Keine Fremden erlaubt.
Nazis only, I guess.
Okay.
نهارك أبيض.
Oh, it's just another fighting den. Okay, we have to go get that costume.
أهلا.
نحارك ساير.
Look out! Anyways, so much of Northern Ireland is tied up in that. Whether you're loyalist or independent and stuff like that. Basically, whether you want Ireland to be just Ireland, no Northern and Southern, but just Ireland and unified. Or if you're a monarchist and you want Northern Ireland to be, you know, attached to England and Britain and the Queen. So it's a whole thing. And he was kind of aggressive about it. I just...
وخليكم السلام.
And I answered and blah, 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 and everything was fine. But it has always been a thing for me, at least a little bit, in that I just don't
تيجي تشوف بضاعتي.
identify... Like, I'm Manx. I was born in Half Man. But I haven't lived there since I was like 4 years old. I haven't been in a few years at this point. I've lived in England most of my life. But you have this weird prejudice against England. Like, Northern Ireland is really prejudiced against England, or at least half the population. My dad is Northern Irish and Irish. And he lives in England, but he's got a real dislike for England and Britain for what they've done to Northern Ireland. So I feel inherently so conflicted about my heritage. What is this?
Money is always welcome here.
Do you want this? What's this about? I'm going to give you that. I don't know what to do with this. I thought the monkey gave me it and I was going to return it. It's very strange. Gizeh notes. Okay. What else we got?
Quality in all of Egypt.
Not right now.
Notes. Adventure books. Mysteries.
All right, I'll have this. I'll take this.
You must buy that one.
Not just now.
I'll be back for the other.
أهلا.
Anyways, yeah, so I feel inevitably like a little conflicted about so much of my own heritage. Because my heritage hates my heritage, in part, and because I've been all over the shop, I've never really had a home, inverted commas. I've never really felt attached to anywhere that I live, in a classical sense. I've got a hometown, but I don't really have a hometown, you know? I'm not really going to get another recipe. You can pause and read it if you want to learn. I'm talking. Oh, I should get that brawler. So considering how many times I get into a fist fight, I think that is definitely the most necessary upgrade I can find. But anyways, so in a way, I guess, like, I'm still English. My mum's English. I was raised in England. I'm still Northern Irish. My dad's Irish. I'm partially raised in Ireland. And I'm Manx because I was born in the Isle of Man and I lived there and I was partially raised there. I was raised in all three. But I think, in a way, connecting more with the Manx part of my heritage will be a good way to... And when people ask me where I'm from, I don't say England. I make sure I say the Isle of Man. And if people say I'm English, I correct them. Because at the end of the day, I'm not English. I'm Manx. That's what I am. So... I'm not going to say proud, because I think being proud of where you're from is stupid. But I love the Isle of Man, and it is my home. I don't think I'll ever live there. But at the end of the day, it is my home. It's my hometown, my home island. Yeah, this is how the game stops you from exploring. I'm just trying to get to where I'm trying to get to. Also, I've taken what can only be described as a bit of a scenic route. You're not going to let me go that way. Come on, man. It's such a logical way to let me in as well. Let's go all the way around. Well, at least my health bar's regenerated. So yeah, I wanted to connect a little bit more of that, and it's something I want to do a little bit more throughout this year as well. I'm going to make sure I go visit at some point this year. All that kind of jazz. Maybe learn a little bit of the language myself. Might be a nice thing to do. Should I not be going to the Sphinx? Now that I've got the medallion. Anyways, so the film wasn't very good, by the way. The short film, it kind of sucked. Well, no, like material-wise, it was okay, but it was very clearly a very amateur production. You know, it felt like it was made in Windows Movie Maker, and the sets were very low quality. They just used the museum basically, and I recognized every single location in the film. But it was nice to see and connect with it a little bit, and it was a very fitting film, it felt, for the end of the challenge, you know? And, yeah, kind of reinvigorated my desire to go and connect a little bit more with where I'm from, because I've never felt like I'm from or connected with anywhere. It's one of the great missing things for me, I think. I bring you steles.
Wonderful. Dr. Jones, I will make sure this Delia is safe. Marvelous. Thank you, Dr. Jones. Well done. Now, would you be so kind and give the crate to the delivery boy outside? Make sure to place the false bottom on top of it first. The Nazis are too daft to see through that. Thank you.
Don't mention it.
You're not delivery boy. Delivery boy? I bring you bananas.
لو ده من نوال حطه بس في شنطة العربية.
Stop making me do things.
متشكر. أكيد هخليها تتنقل للمتحف.
Alright. Oh, so we had to get all those, didn't we? Because the work passes are what we need for the main quest. I didn't get the work passes. It said bring them to her, so I just thought, well... Can't bloody see them because of the light. I'm blinded by the light, as they say. Oh. Ah!
The delivery boy asked me to give you these work passes.
Perfect timing. Well, I believe I've found a way into the compound. Gather round me, my friends. I shall tell you all about it.
But I need to go do mysteries. I'm not ready for the main quest. Okay, right, well I can ignore this now. We'll come back and chat at some point. Yeah, that's ready to go. So, I can ignore that for a while. Journal. So, Isle of Ra, that's our main quest. We need to go talk to Nawal.
Dr. Jones, will you come and sit down?
Sanctuary of the Guardians. Right, yeah, so now we can open that. Now that we've got... Oh, showing me the notes. The 3 camera spots over there as well. And Secret of the... Oh, but it showed me the connected ones. So those are the photos connected with that. Okay. And Secret of the Queen Mother. I'm not sure. I think maybe I need to go get the other 2 notes for that. So we'll have to head back in that area over there. 2 out of 4 on that, but I can't see those anywhere. Give those some...
Dr. Jones, I shall explain everything.
Shut up. Done alright with the medicine bottles. We should turn those in actually while we're here. But yeah, I think we'll just go do a couple episodes of just exploring, getting some of those other mysteries done. And then we will press on with the main quest a little bit. I will not, Nawal. Actually, if you don't bloody mind. Should be in here. Yeah, there we are.
Good
Hello.
to see you again, good sir. What can I do for you?
Medicine for your patients.
Join us, Dr. Jones. I shall explain.
Oh, what a blessing. Thank you, Mr.
Doctor, actually. Dr. Jones.
And I am Dr. Kafur.
Yeah, but they mean very different things. I retain that doctor, like if you've got a doctorate in a scientific, like, you know, I have a doctorate in archaeology of some description, right? I feel like it should probably be called something else. You know, that would make more sense to me. I need to trigger a an autosave. Well, where we're going to head to the Sphinx, aren't we? So let's head that way, and hopefully, by the time I get there, the game will save randomly. Plan established. Come on, game. Who wants to save? I do. No? What if I find like a note or something? There's three camera spots up here to the north. I'm very curious about this. Up here. Although I'm concerned there may be underneath the Sphinx. As in we go down with the medallion and then we traverse across here. Anyways, the game just saved. Yeah? I think so. It's saving. It's doing a thing. Top right corner. Come on, buddy. Okay. You can do it. There we go. Less than a minute. Lovely. We'll end it there. Thank you very much for joining me, my lovely folks. I shall see you lovely folks very soon. Didn't mean to say that twice. Cheers much as always. Bye-bye.